Welcome today to those in attendance, Board of Public Works and Safety meeting in George Keller Public Assembly Room here at the Lawrence Governmental Center. This is July 22nd, 2021, and the meeting is called to order here at 5 p.m. We do have a quorum sufficient to do business for the city today. First item before the board today would be the minutes of the regular meeting on July 8th, 2021. Are there any corrections? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve July 8th minutes.
By Mrs. Browner. And I'll second that. And questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0 today. Unfinished business, we still have that before the board, but it is not ready for action at this time. So we'll move directly to new business today. Item A, certification of Lawrence Police Department 2021 hiring process eligibility list. Chief, you want to make any comments you can, or?
Just very briefly, I wanted to let you know, in case you didn't,
okay.
The Merit Commission, the Police Merit Commission has certified the list and authorized it, and just by way of procedure, it needs to be approved by the Board of Public Works and Safety.
Good to know.
Okay, thank you.
Questions for the chief?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the certification of Police Department 2021 hiring process eligibility list?
Motion to approve.
By Mrs. Browner, and I would second that. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Item B, approval of appointment of Reserve Officer Charles Kingery. Chief, again, if you want to make comments, certainly.
Yes, without going into depth, Officer Kingery has opted to pursue other opportunities, which we hope are prosperous and great for him and his family. He does have a dedication to police work and a love for police work in the city of Lawrence and the Lawrence Police Department, so he asked me if he could stay on in a status of an unpaid reserve police officer.
Correct.
Given the investment that we have in him and his really excellent background of service in the city of Lawrence, to me that was a no-brainer, and I would like to seek your approval to keep him on as a reserve officer.
Very good. Questions? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the appointment of Officer Charles Kingery as a reserve officer now?
Motion to approve.
By Mrs. Browner. I'll second that. Are there questions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. We now have an approval of the quote from KX Lawn. And I think, go ahead and make
if you want. This is for the properties that are found in violation, for us to have another vendor. You guys earlier this year approved a different vendor. We're finding that we have so many that he's not able to get them done in a timely manner. So we wanted to add another vendor that we could use to help get those properties back into compliance. Their prices are similar, within a few dollars of each other, and we just wanted to add one more vendor to help us get everything up to par, keep our city looking nice.
Okay. Questions?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the quote from KX Lawn?
Motion to approve.
By Mrs. Browner. I'll second that. Are there questions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. It is approved. Item D, approval of agreement to transfer property, the communications building, from Fort Harrison Reuse Authority to the City of Lawrence. I think that is, am I correct? That's the building that's over in the new Arts Center.
Yes.
On Post Road. Are there any comments? Or it's pretty standard.
This is just an official transfer of the building. I know we were waiting on Arts for Lawrence to finish the windows. Those have been finished. So here the next two action items are the agreement itself and a resolution allowing you guys to enter into the agreement. So go together.
Sounds good. Questions?
I haven't been in there. Is there anything in the building yet?
Yeah,
Okay. I just haven't been over there. I haven't been home enough to be over there.
yeah. I got in there the other day, and the windows are nice. We approved those. I know those.
Yes, took forever.
And then, yeah, they're doing some things with the little kids to have some camps
Okay.
in there, so I was there for that. But, so before us, is there a motion to approve the agreement to transfer the property?
Motion to approve?
By Mrs. Browner. I would second. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. We then go to the approval of Resolution 13, 2021, Communications Building from Fort Harrison Reuse Authority to the City of Lawrence, and that's just what Caitlin kind of explained. Any other comments on that? Nope. Any questions?
Nope.
Hearing none, is there a motion to approve Resolution 13, 2021?
Motion to approve?
By Mrs. Browner, and I would second. Are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 2-0. Going right to item F, approval of the grant of right-of-way and acceptance of dedication of right-of-way, Plummer Street North. Comments?
So these next two action items, they go together as well. Dan Zerner looped me into this one. It's part of the Freegee project. And basically, as part of an agreement, MACLE Realty granted a right-of-way to us, and you all just signed the acceptance. They've already granted it over and signed that, so we would do the resolution allowing you guys to accept it and the actual acceptance.
Very good. Questions? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the grant of right-of-way and acceptance of dedication of right-of-way for Plummer Street North?
Motion to approve?
By Mrs. Browner, I would second. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Item G, approval then of the Resolution 14, 2021, dedication of right-of-way for Plummer Street North, which goes hand in hand with our acceptance. Questions? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve Resolution 14, 2021?
Motion to approve?
By Mrs. Browner. I will second. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 2-0. Item H, approval of professional service agreement, American Structure Point, Inc., for on-call planning review services.
So this is for, effective July 1st, the city of Lawrence was handed over the zoning for all of our city for Marion County. They will no longer be participating in the zoning process. And American Structure Point, we've put them on an on-call services to help me review plans for zoning compliance, bigger projects like the Freegee project or a new subdivision, just to make sure that they're meeting all the requirements of the zoning code.
Very good. Questions?
No.
Okay. So is there a motion to approve the professional service agreement?
Motion to approve?
By Mrs. Browner. And I would second. Are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Again, motion carries 2-0. Item I is the approval of a fee proposal from GAI Consultants for intersection analysis.
So we want to do intersection analysis for two locations, 79th Street and Sunnyside Road, and 75th Street and Sunnyside, Oak Landon Road, 79th and Sunnyside, 75th and Oak Landon, to see what improvements we could do for traffic in that area. And we want to consult with this company to have them do some traffic studies and stuff like that and give us proposals on how we can improve those areas.
Questions?
So would they look at anything from a four-way stop to lights and?
Absolutely. They're gonna give us an analysis. They're gonna do a traffic study and then give us suggestions on what we can do, whether it be four-way stop, traffic signals, what we can do to help adding a lane. You know, I don't know what they're gonna suggest, but that's what we're hiring them for.
Very good.
Would like to, with your permission.
Okay, having heard comments, is there a motion for approval of fee proposal from GAI Consultants and Intersection Analysis
Motion to approve?
by Mrs. Browner? I would second. Questions on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 2-0. That is approved. Item J, discussion of towing and recovery service contract for Zors, and we'll let Caitlin give us a little information on that, since this is not the final contract before us today.
So it's pretty much in final form. I just had a few remaining questions, and then we'll send it to them for execution, and then you guys can review and execute. Some of these I may have to check in with them. There's specific times where it talks about a facility. So, I mean, to my knowledge, they only have the one facility and didn't plan to move. So I was just going to use that facility, and then we can amend the contract if they need to, if that's okay with you guys. The next question is that in the contract, there's supposed to be established a rate for when they have to tow city-owned vehicles that exceed a certain weight. And it says we have to establish the rate herein. So is that something you all would like me to look at other contracts or get with other people in the administration to try to find a reasonable rate? Run it by you guys.
Yeah, I think you don't want to reinvent the wheel. So let's take a look at what others are doing and what rates would be fair. I mean, that's obviously what we'd be looking at.
Okay. Close. Charges and fees, I just plan to incorporate the ordinance fees and everything they had put in the RFP, maybe attach as an exhibit if that's okay. I believe that is it. So at least by early next week, I should be able to get this over to them. And then at the next meeting, you guys can do a review and execute. But it pretty much complies with the terms that were already in the RFP. There's not much else to put in there, so.
Okay, well, I don't think this is an approval program here. We're just doing a discussion, so we don't have to make a motion on this. This is just for our knowledge and for our input. And thank you for researching that. We appreciate that. And we'll look forward to the final document. I know the chief really well. We've spent some time on it for sure, and that's the best way to do it. Okay, comments of administration? I do know just one thing, and I'm not administration, but make a comment about the closures of the railroad tracks, I believe at 59th Street next week, Oak Landing Road, and maybe Sunnyside. Those three will have some downtime, and that will be something that I know cities, maybe some police involvement with moving traffic is going to be exciting, especially in the mornings. So we'll wait to hear how maybe some of those things can, so the citizens will know before they show up with their coffee cup, maybe to go some other direction. But we'll hope that we can get some plans laid out for that. And maybe, I'm sure the mayor will get things out on the website.
It's already on the city's website and social media.
I noticed that. I just knew I knew they were like, we've got to figure out where everybody's going. We know when things are, we're not sure when everything shuts for this week.
I can weigh in on that real quick.
Please do.
It's 100% a CSX project, and I'm sure it's definitely needed.
Oh, yeah.
Crossed any of those crossings, you know it's tough on your shocks and springs and undercarriage of your cars. So I know that it is scheduled for all next week, Monday through Friday. I would imagine they're going to be intermittent kind of closings, but we're telling people just to plan on complete closures at Oak Landing, Sunnyside, and 59th Street intersections.
Right.
And I'll also point out that, Lawrence Township schools start back up the following Tuesday. So this is the last full week that CSX would have to get this done without interrupting bus, transportation schedules. Cool. So it's going to be a pain. Hopefully, I think people will think it's worth it.
No gain without pain. That's what they say. That's an old football
I was going to say
analogy.
a coach thing.
An old analogy, that's for sure, yeah. Well, citizens' comments, I don't think we have anybody else for any comments for the board. Motion to adjourn
Motion to adjourn?
by Mrs. Browner, I second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned, thank you.